good? What's good? Everybody, good peoples, good peoples. This is your boy Kevin Mullins, Mr. I Rep the Most High, coming in with you with another episode of the Uncommon Report. This is episode, I believe, 24. So, we got some elated guests on the line tonight, all the way from Charleston, South Carolina. We had the pleasure to be introduced to them, along with Longtime Coming and RocFame. When I tell you that showcasing was off the chain, that showcasing was off the chain. Real solid people, real solid artists, tapping in with each other, networking, politicking, and getting it in. But first up, let me introduce Colors, the networking man.
Cheer. What's up? What's going on? What's up, Kevin?
What's good?
Grinding, pushing, just happy Father's Day to you, first off. I don't know if
Absolute,
you are a father,
absolute.
but I just got to throw it out there.
Yes. The picture's
Okay.
all behind you.
Okay. I got you.
Yes, sir. Happy Father's Day to you as well, my brother.
Appreciate it.
Absolute, absolute. Next then we got headlining. Unmute yourself.
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Headliner, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. Working as always, but I'm good. Happy Father's Day to you as well.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Absolute, absolute. And all the way, RocFame, what's good?
Oh.
Unmute yourself.
What's up,
There you go.
everybody? My bad. What's up, everybody? How you doing? I'm your girl, RocFame.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, we got a chance, like I said, it was I think it was last weekend, we had the opportunity to come down to Charleston, network with the people, found some phenomenal artists, but I want to take the people on a journey. I want to, let them know how things got started in a sense. And if anybody want to go and go ahead and express how things got started, be my guest. Go ahead.
Well, that would be
Colors.
Colors.
If we're talking Meeting of Minds, I mean, shoot, because Meeting of Minds wasn't originally was started because of the fact that I was an artist first, which I'm still an artist, heavy back on
Okay.
it. And I used to perform, and after I perform, I used to give people contact information, and then certain people contact information I was like, man, I'm not really, I don't really like their music like that. I was like, well, let me not be like that because they might connect me to somebody who I do like, or they might be connected to somebody they music like. So I, took the biases out and just got everybody numbers, and people were like, man, how'd you get a number? I wanted to go over to them, but I was uncomfortable, blah, blah, blah. Or people on stage were like, I wish somebody came over, but they had like they were too scared to come over. And I was like, man, this is so silly. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna start me a networking mixer at my apartment. And that was December 2008. Yep. And that's how it started. It was originally just called Networking Mixer 01, Networking Mixer Part 2, 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was took it to another house, and this young lady, I can't remember her name, Stacy. Stacy, I can't remember her last name, but anyway, it was at her house, and we did it there one time, and then took it back to my house, and it was the time I was working with a guy named PD, the CEO, and he was like, he felt like, him and the young lady I was dating at the time, they both felt like that lady house I took it to, she was trying to take over it. And they was like, you need to take it back to your house and then, come up with a strong name. And that's where the debate comes in, because PD, the CEO, says he came with Meeting of the Minds. I said I did. But either way, Meeting of the Minds was born that day, the actual title, later 08,
Okay.
later 2009. And yeah, and kept it in my house from there. And second Sundays, people knew to come over. Sometimes it was a lot of people. Sometimes it was 4 or 5 people. Then later, I got sponsorship with Sandra Wilson. Shout out to her, and she took it to the Aloft Hotel. Did a couple there, and then I met through Thatcher Brown. I met a good gentleman, Darryl Goodman, and from there he wanted to sponsor and network with me, and he took it to Scott's Grand, which was a nice banquet hall. And I got close with the owner, Regina Scott Sanders, shout out to her. And we kept it there. That's when it was the first time introduced that it was going to have not just people talking, because before then it was just people talking about what they did or show, like, even CDs back then, showing their CD covers, women showing their portfolios as models. But at that moment when it was brought to Scott's Grand and I believe it was March or April 2012. From there on out, it was, we had everything. You had the building now. So Mr. Goodman said, hey, you can get to performers. They got to keep it clean, though. So I started hitting my friends up and getting rappers. You know what I'm saying? You got to get, you can get some models. And so people was walking and talking. So we did 2 with him. And then the lady, I think J Vibe and Jay Brown sponsored one somewhere else at another building. I believe it was Starrett Hall. And we tried a Saturday, didn't work. So I was like, anybody who ever wondered why Meet the Moms never did a Saturday, we did like 2 of them, and it was like 10 people. Everybody was like, Saturday's my day with my family, Saturday's my day, blah blah blah, to to chill. So we took it. So the lady Regina Scott Sanders hit me and was like, "Why you took it from here? I really enjoyed it. My mom enjoyed it. My family enjoyed it." I was like, "Well, I was sponsored through Mr. Goodman, so I didn't know how to approach it my own." She's like, "Oh, you know what? The rest of the year you're good. Just come back." So I think for 2 years she held it down. She didn't ask for nothing, and she kind of kept. She basically cultivated it, like said, you need to start charging. Basically put a lot of you need to come up with different themes every month. Just don't need to be perform. It need to be, what is it, what's the theme, so they can, so that's how the themes came together, and also started charging because of that. So so for 2 years was at Scott's Grand, coming up with the themes. Each month has a different theme. The January is the Partners Edition, where we partner with different people. February is Love and Lust, where we people maybe wear some lingerie, some sex and love songs. March is like videographer, producer. So have some videographers in the building speaking on their work. Producers talk about their beats in between the performances. April, fashion, beauty. Have a good bit of model walks, designers, maybe even hairstylists, barbers. May is the MC edition, so that's like conscious music only. June is Triple Threat, which y'all partnered in on that one. 3 hosts, 3 business partners, 3 business companies. And July is the media one, where we have podcasts, magazine. Anybody who have a media outlet can come and speak. FM radio, AM radio. And then was August is the dance edition. Have different dances intertwined with the artists, so you can see different dance styles, some crunk, seductive, ballrooms, like whatever dances we have in the building, they can do their thing. September is soulful, like singers only, so different singers, whether it's country, gospel, R&B. October, because of breast cancer, we do like the women. It's like strictly women killing the stage. November is a label and crew. So that's like if you're part of an organization, the whole organization get 20 minutes set to represent that whole organization. So if Common Ground did it, it'll be a 20-minute straight set of Common Ground artists. You know what I'm saying? And then December would be the anniversary, which this year would be 16 years. So yeah, that's how Regina Scott Sanders helped me, put things in place. And then after that 2 years was up, I went to Chill and Grill for like 6 months. It wasn't long. And then from there, I knew of 787. I knew of Jungle Bar and Grill, but we never did any business. I think it was through Money Cannon. He gave me like the personal like handoff, like Colors Good Peoples. And from there, me and Jungle started rocking. And I kind of was getting burnt out because, like I said, I was getting on getting close to the 9 year, and I was like, man, I need some partners. So I think I asked PD, the CEO, first. He didn't want to do it because I believe he didn't care for people or certain people he didn't want in the building or something like that. I don't remember the backstory on it, but he basically said no. Then my man J Vibe, good friend of mine, he was like, "This is your thing. I don't want to take money from it." And I was like, "It's not about that. It's just about I need help." It just was me,
right?
So it was like going crazy. So he didn't want to do it. So I met RocFame. She was. I met her before that, but she started coming. I met her, I believe it was April 2016, but she started coming to meet the mind. She was background dancer for amazing singer Dean Arsetto. And it was like, she wasn't just, some people come with people and they just stay in their corner, but she was like very intuitive of like, hey, what I'm saying? How's this going? How's this work? Like she was very, and I was impressed by that. Like, hey, how can you do this? I like that. What made you do that? Like she was very intrigued on it. And I was like, oh, I like how she's doing. So we built a rapport. She guest hosts on Those Who Watch Radio a good bit of times. And then I was like, hey, I'm getting burnt out. How would you feel? And when we after this 10 year, how in January of 2019, I believe 2019, it was 2019, January 2019, going into that, you be my business partner from here on out. Because I was also impressed. I think it was the first Triple Threat with her headliner and Georgia Nubia, and she was making flyers, coming up with ideas of like Like she was hungry and like very, very passionate about it. And she came with Osley. It was like, let's, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have the performers do like a promo commercial, buy their flyer, by them saying, hey, I'm gonna be at Meeting of the Minds, blah, blah, blah. So it was like, yo, I'm digging this. This girl is really, what I'm saying, really, really into it. And that's how she came into the fold as far as like being my business partner with Meeting the Minds. I think she was already co-host on Those That Watch Radio. I can't remember if she was permanent yet or she was working to it. It might have been a little after that. So I was like, I like her brain. I like how she thinks and she's passionate about it. Like I need that. It's like reviving your energy, like somebody else coming and
Right.
taking the weight off. So
Right.
that's how she came into play. Headliner was originally like her boyfriend at the time, Shorty versus Elliott. I knew him, and the guy PDCO did a lot of business with him, and I needed somebody to sing on my records because my original singer, G. Did Classy C, went into the military, and so I was like, I need a singer. And he's like, yo, my girlfriend sing, man. And so I, what I'm saying, so he told about Headliner, and she started like singing on some of my artists that I was managed at the time project. I believe one was mine, that was This Is Now, and another song was Lil Tia song, like a Missing You song for Lil Tia artist that I used to manage. And I was like, man, you coming through, you singing. I said, man, you already feel like family. Why don't you go ahead and just join and be part of a long time coming? She was like, Colors, I don't do my own music. I just do karaoke and sing hooks that people ask me to sing. Or I don't do my own. I was like, man, you can learn, you can do it. And so she shocked me. I think she was on a flyer, and I said, come get some flyers. And she just came in there and dropped money on me. I said, what's this? She was like, I'm ready to sign. And yeah, we were rocking ever since. And then I think I was getting burned out. So I was getting burned out again with running the label. I started in 2010, and then like I think 2020 I was gonna step down, but COVID threw things off. So in 2022?
2022.
Yeah, 2021 I was thinking about it. In 2022, I was like headliner. It was originally supposed to be headliner and Sean Treasy, and I was gonna pass it to them two, but Treasy was like, hey, I ain't want to sit here and play with you. I got a lot of stuff going on. This ain't for me. I appreciate the offer, So it just, passed the headlines to her and Jay took over from there. So that was like, I think March 2022. So, what I'm saying, that was, yeah.
Let's get into let's get into Headliner and RocFame. Headliner, how you doing, love?
I'm good. How are you?
Tell us this experience and this journey. It seems like you guys got a lot of things going on. So tell us how long-time coming started.
So just like how you said, I ended up doing a couple of hooks for him, and he was asking me, and I'm like, yeah, I don't write. I would love to, join, but I just do karaoke. I do cover songs.
Okay.
And at one point, I'm like, you know what? I love singing, so let's do it. This is going to motivate me. If I got somebody behind me saying, hey, we're going to do this song, when you're going to write, this, that, the third, it's going to motivate me. So I did. I enjoyed being an artist. Color's great manager, and when he was telling me how he wanted me to step up as co-CEO, I was like, are you for real? I'm not going to let that opportunity go. So of course I stepped up, and we've been going ever since.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. How did you get into the singing aspect? What was it that intrigued you about singing over all the other artistic expressions?
So of course, like most singers, started out in the church, Mount Zion AME Church in Roundo, which nobody really knows where that is. It's close to Walterboro. But went to karaoke one night, and it was just like a spark. And I was like, oh, I think I can really do this. And I would go back, and people would start requesting, like, hey, can you sing this song? Can you sing that song? And I'm like, oh, I'm actually kind of good at this. So I said, well, if I do this, and I would come to Meeting the Minds and sing cover songs, and I hear everybody else, singing the original music, and I'm like, man, I want to sing original music too. So I just had to sit down and take my time and start writing. I had people that say, oh, I write music, I can write for you. So I would present them with a beat and concept, and then I don't hear from them. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to learn how to do it myself. So
Absolute. Man, y'all have heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? We got the artistry on deck, tapping in. What's good, RocFame? How you doing?
What's up, man?
I'm doing good. Talk to the people, let them know what you're about.
Oh shoot. Well, as far as the Meeting of the Minds, I got into it, and I really wanted to be a part of it. When he brought the idea to me, it like almost was like a puzzle piece, because when I first got here in 2015, 16, I was fresh from New York, and I was discovering the independent music scene out here. There was a group called Alienation that had my first boyfriend down here, uh, Jojo, from Alienation, that had Dean Alcedo in it and stuff. And they were a group, and it was like a bunch of them. And like they had a girl, and I think it was like four guys, and they were amazing. Like I honestly have never seen a group like that again since them. But anywho, he started taking me around, and I was like, I really want to start interviewing people. So I think I met Colors at an event that I went to. There was a celebrity that was supposed to show up, and he wound up not showing up. But so those watch radio, when Lovey and J Vibe was the co-host, they gave me my first interview, and I didn't even really know what to say. I wish I could find that interview, because I don't think I had nothing to say at that time. But like but throughout that, I started digging the music down here, and I wanted to do interviews. So I told Colors, I want to do an interview with you one day. He was like, bet, say less, tell me when. And months went by, and months went by, and months went by, and finally he was like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, I thought you said you wanted to interview me. And I was like, bruh, I don't know what I'm doing. So he kind of took me under his wing, taught me about the media, introduced me to Jay Brown and all of those watch people and how they do that. Introduced me to the meeting of the mind, showed me, just the whole layout of doing a networking event and an artist showcase. And it's been that way ever since. I've danced behind a lot of people in the city. I'm an award-winning choreographer. I used to just do it for the love. Like, honestly, I got these paid gigs, but like I was everywhere. I think you could blink, and I think I was performing somewhere everywhere. And I just got a name for myself circulating through those watch radio, my dancing, my instruction, especially at Tipsy Twerk, and with the meeting of the minds. And it has been what it was ever since.
Awesome, awesome to hear. So you originated from New York, right?
Yeah, I'm from the Bronx.
Did you start your music there?
I do not do music. I am not musically talented. I'm a
Straight.
choreographer and a dancer.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you start dancing there? My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I started dancing there. Honestly, I don't know if y'all have them down here, but it's called the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
And
Yes, we do.
I was a child doing African dances at the Boys and Girls Club. And as I got older, I joined the BAD Academy, BAAD. That's the Bronx Academy of Arts and Dance.
Okay.
And I actually met my lifelong dance friends that actually went on to dance for Beyonce in her B-Day tour. That's a story for another day. I missed my calling, but everything happens for a reason. So I'm not even mad about it. But yeah, I started doing that, and I started dancing with just my friends, and just coming up with concepts, and we were working the bars and stretching and getting real healthy, and it just became something that I love. I have old YouTube video. I mean, with the old Nokia phones, videos front facing of us dancing and stuff. Like, it's so cryptic that it'll look like we're ticking, but it's that old of a video. But I've been recording my stuff since I can remember. And when I came out here, I started Body Rock Dance Group. That's when I figured, I was like, where the dances at? That's the first thing I wanted to know, because beyond the rappers, the actresses, the singers, the dancers are in New York. We're entertainers, okay?
Right.
And I needed to know where the party was, like who was the hype people, and there was almost none. There was
Mm.
nobody servicing these artists. I was like, that's a market nobody's tapped into. Nobody's doing backup for these guys.
So you
Like,
trailblazed it.
you know? And it was on from there. I done pushed a lot of people and helped them get elevated just like Colors. He took me on his wing, and I used the same love and the same respect for artistry and did it for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute, absolute. Man, y'all have heard it here first. They got the whole squad. They got the whole squad, from the networkers to the people that know how to sing to the dancers. Tell us a little bit more though, Colors. Talk to us, man. How did this
Oh
long time
well, you know
coming
what
get
I'm saying.
started?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm an artist too. Rapping. Like I said, that was the first love, and kind of got away from it back, a couple years, but I'm back hard. I'm jumping on features. Me and my partner Sean Treasy, who has dope podcast as well, Star by City podcast. Y'all check it out. We have an album coming out called Over 30, and we just a couple days ago dropped our first video off. It's called Where My Ladies At, featuring a long time coming award winning artist Rico. Also featuring my cousins Ruthless AJ and Lady Karma. Y'all check that out. There's a lot of cameos. RocFame in there dancing. Pepe, who I have an album with called Afterthought, that's available. She's in there dancing. Headliners in there. There's so much people. I mean, it has so many cameos. And the video was shot like 3 years ago, but it has so many cameos. Yeah, it's so much cameos in there from Colombia to it's dope. So yeah, I've been pushing that. Got some videos in the cut that should be dropping soon. Last night I finally got the last scene. Yeah, I ain't get to tell y'all that with Drea. So,
Exclusive drop.
So for just me, so Jacob put that together now.
Okay.
I got out with Drea last night, and hung out with me and wifey hung out with her and her man, and able to film that last hug scene that I needed for a minute. So
what's crazy? The crazy part is when I filmed my part for that video, it was cold.
Wow.
I had a whole suit on, a hoodie, sweatpants, and it was cold.
Yeah, because it was supposed to come out in January. It wasn't supposed to be delayed like that because I made the song because I never did a song by myself. That's the first actual song by myself. There's nobody on the hook. It's all me doing the hook and rapping, produced by I want to say HG and Cozy. Yeah, so that's the first song. That's why it's called Just Me. Because in 44 years, I never did a rap song without having somebody somewhere on it, whether they singing or rapping the hook or doing a verse on there. So that's why I was like proud of that record. And we got hyped. Me and Jay Brown got hyped with it, and we started going. And yeah, that speed bump came, but we got it done last night. So yeah.
Okay.
But everybody else, Headliners in that video too. RocFame's in that video. I usually keep the same people around me. I kind of got the Adam Sandler type mind.
Right.
That way, if I blow, I already know who I can trust. So I keep the same people, around me, so I don't have to worry about, because I know who everybody is, so I don't have to feel like, can I trust them or stuff like that. So I try to keep evolving with the same people, so we become millionaires, trillionaires, billionaires together.
Mm-hmm. So look, when it comes to networking and meeting these artists, what are some skill sets that you guys utilize to go after these artists? What is it that the artist has to have? Let the artists know. I'm gonna start with Headliner. What is something that you think the artists need to have in order to let's start performing?
One of the things I will say is communication. When you're doing business with someone or with a company, you got to know how to present yourself. You have to know how to communicate.
Right.
So, I mean, if I want to set up a business meeting with you and I don't show up, okay, off the rip, like that's like a turnoff. But when it comes to performing, you got to really, first of all, know your audience. You don't want to, sing a song that's kind of vulgar for like a kid's party. You know what I'm saying? That's going to rub you the wrong way. So know your audience. When you perform, hold the mic to your mouth. That's one of my pet peeves. First of all, you should be singing with a performance track. But if you don't, at least have the mic to your mouth, singing it, directly. Sometimes people just be jumping all over the place. And they don't even have the mic to their mouth. They ain't even sit like, what are you doing? But if you're gonna perform the song, or at least look like you're performing the song. At least look like it. But professionalism and just having that stage presence, Okay. That's the two biggest things for me.
All right. RocFame, what from your eyes, from your perspective, what is it that you think that artists need in order to develop themselves?
The education. I've learned that the most talented people will be right where they are if they are not educated on the literal career that you're choosing to have. If you make boots for a living, you are going to learn every part of that boot. You're going to know how to lace them up every old type of way. You're going to be able to shine it. So your music should be the same. You should have, it's your business. So you should have all your paperwork together. You should be able to register yourself correctly so that you know where your target audience is, so you know where to go to. My boyfriend, uh, shouts to the original man, knows and look at his analytics and see where he's being played the most, and that's the city he's pushing money in. That's where he's
Right.
gonna pay his money to get it played, because he notices people are listening out there in Argentina or out there in Tokyo or out there in Germany and stuff like that. And no cap to, no offense to the United States, but your music goes far and beyond. That's what you pay for these services for. So
Correct.
when you don't have the education and know how to market yourself and have your proper paperwork and to properly get paid, you basically have no motion. You're just doing it for a hobby at that point.
Absolute. Absolute. Colors. Talk to them. Let them know what's good.
Well, me, I just think the ego's got to die down. Because, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants, I mean, it's cool for the stage, you know what I'm saying? It's like wrestling. I'm the best. I'm the best. Nobody wants to say I'm the second best. But just egos, like, I ran to people in my early days, and, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, talking to them about, either doing a song. If you want to do something, just say no. Or even, I think even possibly signing them, and they're like, oh, man, I see a little, they like to use the word little. I see a little thing. I good. I about to do something big in Atlanta, though. I about to be big in Atlanta. And then you come to another show, they had the same show performing. And I was like, bruh, like, the egos, man. Like, the egos is like, if you put all that ego energy into doing your music to really network, I think be a lot better. The ego, to me, I just think the egos, at least off the stage, the egos gotta take a, put them behind you. On stage, yeah, you the best, you the greatest. You run through the crowd, jump through the crowd, whatever, rock the stage. But when trying to have, business conversations with other artists or managers or promoters or event planners, you never know, what's what or who's who. So I say them egos to, put them in your back pocket when you're having a conversation. You know, I just, I don't even, sometimes I'm talking to certain people and they start talking like, yeah, my magazine award winner. I don't even go into those to watch or any of us. I just like, okay, cool. Yeah. I'm working with the Fleet DJs. And I'm in my mind, like, our DJ for Meet the Minds is the radio angels on Fleet too. But I just let
Right.
people, I gotta let them be great. I've learned to let people be great. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
just
it.
keep doing me, man. I just gotta keep doing me and keep doing it with the people I love and respect and, support.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, they gonna do what they gonna do. You can't make nobody see your vision. They gotta already want to be on board for it.
Right. Right. What is it? Something that you look for in an artist? Outside of the ego aspect, what is it that you look for in an artist when you be like, you know
When
what,
I used
they'll
to,
be great. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a big fan of Punchline. There was an artist I signed back in the days called Mag. Well, he go by Mag to Riches now. And he was so hungry. Every meeting every meeting of mine, he would be, what I'm saying, he would be there, like talking to me, hey Bubba, you check my song out, check my song out. He would send it to me and I'm like, man, I ain't had a chance to yet. I was just ripping and running, check my song out. So I finally took a day to like check his song out. And I was like, yo, this guy is like killing me with the punchline, like Lil Wayne or something. So I pulled him to the
Hmm.
side, like, he's like, yeah, I was trying to tell you, Bubba, but I knew he was busy. I was like, I want to sign you. So yeah, he was on a long time coming for I think about a year. And then yeah, he did his went off and did his thing. Yeah. But yeah, Mag was definitely he was I loved his punchline style. And then there was a young lady, Chi. She had like a sing like a almost like a female Bone Thug. She could sing, rap, sing. So she would blend them together, kind of like a Bone Thugs, like Busy Bone type thing. So I was
Hmm.
very impressed by that. I mean, she came to me, she found me on Facebook and we met at Mom's Corner and we talked and she said, I'm with Greenland, but I'm trying to get into the Charleston market. So we did a joint. That was the first ever joint venture. So it was like, she had Greenland, but she was also became long time coming. So it was like,
Mhm.
shady aftermath type thing. So we were 50-50. Shout out to Gunner, her CEO. And we did that for about a year, I think. And then she went into the military. I think she's back home now, but yeah. So those like those type of moments, those moments to me is like, it's like priceless moments of just catching the people or seeing their music and seeing their vibe and they hunger and when you catch some people that's hungry, I always make a joke about you wish you could hear know what everything they're gonna say later on, Like, hey, first 3 months, I'm gonna go hard. After that shit, you can get me on the phone. I'm gonna be bored. That's why I always make that joke that I wish there's a way you could hear the whole story, not just that first 2 3 months of hunger and excitement, but just you can already know what's going on after that. You know what I'm saying? So that that'd be funny if somebody you sign them like, yeah, I'm about to be hard for the next 3 months. After that, shoot, you lucky if I pick the phone up when you call. After that, I'm gonna leave and go over here because them boy got better emotion. I would have never met them without you, but I'm gonna go over here. So so I always laugh but I love seeing the progression. That's always the funnest part when I used to get a new artist and used to
Mm-hmm.
like see their growth or a new model and just see their growth and then next thing they winning awards or everybody getting them on tracks, everybody wanting them on tracks. Or it's always fun that early development. I love that. I love that part. I loved it. That was my favorite part of when I used to manage the early development,
Look,
getting them out there. I think RocFame dancing like almost the first 7 8 artists that she met for a long time covering videos, and she was acting them. Simmons Boy, headliner. It was like the first Olivia Sade. She was in like she was like the video girl when she was dancing or having the acting scene. So I was like, yeah, it was a lot, man. It was
and
a
look,
fun time.
it's a real beautiful thing to really see artists, especially when they fresh. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never even been into the studio type vibe, but you
Yeah,
know that they got it. And to see them develop over a time period, and they cultivate their artistry, they cultivate the land that they working in, right? And they begin to actually go into the studio, and they're starting to go to shows and see how other people are moving, and they piggybacking on something that they like from this person, that person, but yet still encompass it with their own skill set, their own gift and skill set. It's a beautiful thing because,
it
like,
is.
I don't know if you noticed it or not, but Semi Nova has been with us for probably about the last 2 or 3 years. And when she first used to get on stage, she was super shy. She was super shy. Like, she would always stand in one spot, you know what I'm saying, not move too much. But then over a time period, once she got more comfortable about being on stage, you started seeing her to move. You know what I'm saying? She pointing at the crowd, looking at people. And those things are very pertinent whenever it starts to come into the performance aspect because you always want to engage with the crowd. You always want to make sure that, you got your eyes looking dead right at them. You know what I'm saying? Giving them that eye contact, letting them feel your energy a little bit.
Yeah, some good days, man.
Definitely,
Early
I
days.
had a habit. I had a habit of always wearing sunglasses when I perform because,
Hmm.
to be honest, I had stage fright, and to this day a little bit. And I was like, you know what? I need to connect with the audience. I got to take these. I got to take the shades off. I got to take them off.
Right.
I got to look at these people. And it feels good to see them connect with me. So
Hmm.
yeah, I understand when you say, take them sunglasses off, vibe with the crowd. Get them
Right.
participating in your performance. So yeah.
Absolute. Crowd participation is
Mhm.
vital, you know what I'm saying? Because you can really knock the ice off the room with just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If you can get everybody to do something at one time, the ice gonna be gone and it's gonna invite that energy in for them to feel welcome and also for the audience to open up their hearts to receive. RocFame,
Yeah.
what you got for us?
I mean, I don't really do artists, but I guess as a
Well,
performer,
I mean, the court, you being a dancer and you choreographing, like, what are some things that you can give to the next upcoming dancers that's coming up?
well, one, don't be so choosy about who you work with. Get your name out there.
Hmm.
If you're not into that type of music, learn how to be. If you don't know how to dance to that type of music, learn how to do it. So all it does is build your resume. And as far as headliner saying that she took the glasses off, I don't look at nobody when I'm dancing. I like guys with one person and you get me the whole time. And that I don't know why that moves the room, but it does.
Hmm.
Like I'll lock on to you because I used to teach body language and I used to perform a style called body language. So it was more of like a mask I was putting on or whatnot because I'm goofy. Ain't nothing sexy over here. I'm just goofy. I'm like a little brother. But when I'm dancing and when I'm performing, it's like I had to turn it off. And I used to lock eyes with just one person. I used to just look at the back of the wall so that I don't see nobody because I have to focus on what I'm doing. I'm into the music. And that's why, when I perform, you'll feel it portrayed, but I'm mostly into the music, especially when I'm doing somebody's song and it means a lot. Those songs are their babies. I don't
Mm-hmm.
disrespect the person's song by not giving it my all. If I can't do it, I just won't do it. You know what I
Right.
mean? But like when somebody does hire me, I realize that those words came from their heart, from their brain, from their soul, and I am now putting a visual
Mm-hmm.
on that song. So if you don't want to give it 100%, and if you just doing it for clout, then there's a difference between a video vixen and a dancer and choreographer. If you want to just be cute in a video, then just be a video vixen. If you actually want to perform for people, make sure you're taking their music serious and don't shy away from genres at all because I love it all. I love rock. I love alternative. I'm into K-pop. I listen to South African music. I'm West Indian myself, so I'm into soca and all the other stuff. So I'm into everything. So I never judged on nobody's work.
Absolute, absolute. You guys heard it here first. We giving you some tips how to cultivate your game. You know what I'm saying? Stretch your wings a little bit. Go further in your artistry. Is there anything that you guys want to tell the people? What you got next? Talk to them. Let them know what's good.
So let's see what I got next. So I'm working on my second EP entitled Encore. The first one is called Center Stage. So they're bringing me back to the stage. So it's my encore. I'm taking my time with it. I probably have like two more songs and it's done. I'm also working on a new movie called Never,
Mm-hmm.
written by Miss Sandra and
Mm.
Sandra Wilson. So we're going to start production in August, I believe. So that's coming up. This is my first movie where I am the lead role. So I've done some like background stuff and cameos, but as the leading role, this is like major for me. And just working on, long time coming entertainment, getting new artists, getting new models. We're really looking for new models. I am determined by the end of this year to get a male model. We need a male model, okay? I'm just putting it out there. If you watching, you think you got what it takes to be a male model, hit your girl up.
Hey,
We need a
hey,
male
Bungie,
model.
if you listening, tap in, bro.
Um, but we just building. That's it. We're working on collaborations and building strong bonds, within ourselves and everybody in the community.
Absolute, absolute. Rock.
So, with those to watch radio, I'm hoping to come up with a game plan with me and my team to take those to watch on different platforms, to broadcast, even if we got to put a little money in because life was hard for me for a while. But as I'm getting up there, I thought the first thing that I wanted to do was, of course, pay my debt and to really take the stuff that I'm passionate about and actually putting money toward it to get us onto other streaming platforms all day long. All I do is listen to people's podcasts. I don't have to see it. I join, a lot of other things and blog talks and stuff like that. And I just want to be able to air our episodes abroad so that we can get a bigger platform and the people that we're supporting and giving these free interviews to can have a broader sense of acknowledgement with our audience. And as far as the meeting of the minds, I am hoping that, all right, say I can't say for one, two, and three reasons. Just know that I just would hope to expand and broaden the horizon and the tone of the meeting of the minds to make it bigger and more grandiose in a new situation. Hopefully that we can give a bigger stage to the artist that comes and has been supporting colors for almost 16 years. And also, I'm trying to get my hands on a bigger platform and a bigger stage. There's something that I've been actually doing research on and I'm working on. I want to do a quarterly concert, but that's still in the works. That's still just in my head right now and on paper. So I'm hoping that I can bring out way more than just Charleston, and we can really bring the North and the South together, because I got so much hungry people up there that's willing to come down here just as long as it's worth their while. And if you build it, they will come. So I want to build something bigger and worth their while to come all the way down here to really be a part of something great. And I know I retired in October. I'm a retired dancer,
Mm-mm.
right? But
Mm-mm.
what I really retired off of was, I guess, the last group of body rock dance group. I wanted to send those ladies and that gentleman off with love and respect and compassion. But I need people that's hungry with me. So if you are a dancer, an adult dancer, male or female, any style, you can hit me up, because I have a bunch of projects on my list that I need to start striking off. And if you are at a point where you are in need of recognition and promotion right now, we can definitely do the barter system and we can work. So
Absolute colors. Talk to him, man.
Cheer. That's what it is, all right there, man. Y'all make sure y'all come to the next meeting of minds, the media edition, hosted by RocFame and J Vive. July 14th is a lot of guest speakers. I believe y'all be in the building, correct, Kevin? Or am I not
Well,
sure?
I had hit you up to let you know that I'm gonna be out of town.
But I
During
got you.
during that, yeah, I'm gonna be out of
I
town,
got
but
you.
I'm sending somebody that way though.
Okay, all right, cool. Because
Definitely,
I know we have a young lady that's been hitting a lot of people up. She has a magazine on Savannah, Flavor Magazine. She's gonna
okay,
be in the building. Extra Chill Magazine, courtesy of Indigo, will be in the building. There's so much podcasts, of course, those to watch. Other side. Hopefully, Star My City will pop in. Who, who else? I can't even think. Keep on pushing podcast. Black Media's dollars. DJ Cash for Z93. G Money for Z93 and Fleet DJ. Mr. Five Productions. Who else? There's so many of God podcasts that I reached out to. I'm trying to remember everybody else. Did I say other side? Other side definitely will be in the building. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of podcast speakers. IBL, Inspiration by the Retta Network. She'll be speaking. So it's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be the dope performers. Like I said, the feature artist, Mr. Rob be in the building, feature model, Anika Rich.
hey,
But it's gonna yes, it's gonna be fire. So y'all make sure y'all come out to that July 14th meeting of the minds, man. It's gonna be dope. But outside of meeting of the minds, and those to watch, um, look out for the Over 30 album brought to you by Sean Treasy and myself. Look out for that before 2025 comes. Look out for there can only be one. My solo album, which really ain't solo because people featured on like 90% of it. But name wise, my solo album, look out for that. There can only be one. Start on that like 2017, 2018. Add and take off that. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Before this year out or early next year. I really want to try to get both of them out over 30. And there can
okay,
only be one before the year out. We'll see. Because I really want to get some new stuff going for 2025. But if not, we'll ride it into that. Because I really want to me and Peppy get back in there and work on that second Afterthought album. I want to work on my second solo album. It's called Shining Through. So if I see somebody with a name shining through, I know I know you were listening to the podcast. But it's all good. So because I got some ideas, and we got the long time coming. I don't know if Headliner mentioned or not. Long time coming, a compilation album, which is gonna be dope with the whole label, even the models doing drops and features. So that's gonna be dope. Look out for that. Probably early next year. We actually starting on it now. It's called The Gang's All Here. So yeah, I think that's it. Other side, y'all tune in. Other side, our next guest on the 28th is going to be Cool Runners Ice Cream. DJ turn got saved and he opened his own ice cream business,
okay,
the ice cream truck. So he's going to talk on that. So look out for that on the other side. Like I said, those to watch. We got Sean Treasy being on there from the other side. For Star My City podcast, he will be on the next Those to Watch radio. Wish I could remember the other two guys. Zion G, he's also on there. We're actually gonna post a flyer later tonight. So yeah, y'all just stay tuned, man. We're gonna keep pushing, keep grinding, keep doing our thing, man. New videos on the way. Another afterthought video by me and Pepe La Prada. featuring Tavia. It's called All Clear. That video was shot a little minute ago. That'll be the next one that will be dropped out, and then probably after that, my solo video, Just Me, my first solo song. That video is now can be completed. We was waiting on one piece. We got it done last night. So yeah, Just Me. So look out for those things for sure. And a lot of other great things. Listening parties for over 30. If that gets maximized before the year out, I'll be inviting a lot of people. Definitely you, Kevin. You know what I'm saying, to come
Most
out and
deaf,
just,
most
kind of
deaf.
rate the project and overall, as well as there can only be one, my solo album as well. So just look out, stay on the
Okay.
lookout, stay with us, man, and keep grinding, keep wishing, and that's all I can basically say. To know me is to love
Absolute.
me, to hate me is to never know me at all. Shit.
Absolute, absolute, absolute. You guys have heard it here first, right here on the Uncommon Report podcast. They got a lot of new things that's in store for you guys. So if you're down there in the Chuck, if you're down there in the North Chuck, you know what I'm saying? All of the surrounding areas, tap in with Meetings of the Minds. We got Colors, the Networking Man, RocFame also. We got Headliner. Long time coming. Plenty of opportunities for you guys. Utilize the people that's in your community, your artist community, and tap in with them. Get to know them because they real people, they true people, and they gonna give you what you need to keep it going, keep inspired, keep you motivated, keep you driving. You know what I'm saying? But this is the Uncommon Report podcast with Common Ground, and we're growing up one mic at a time. We out, guys. Love y'all.
Shit.